Magic School or Academy is a great subgenre where you can normally see the main character develop way faster and learn a lot of new stuff, compared to other works. Because of that, it's quite popular, and as such, today I decided to make a top 10 list especially for that. If this video helps you out or if you simply want to help, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe if you're a fan of anime, manga or manhwa content. Without further delay, let's get into the top 10. Number 10 comes with Child of Light. The main character decides to learn light magic, a magic few show interest in, and eventually becomes a legendary Grand Mage. While trying to end the continent's east and west separation in order to unite all of the different races, he becomes every race's Child of Light. Now, even though there are some issues with the story, I still found it a nice read. So let's start with that. The story is fast-paced and the chapters are short, which makes you feel like everything is happening at the same time. Now, while the story is not incredibly original, it still has some plot points that make it stand out from the rest. Hopefully you can enjoy it like I did, so give it a try. In number 9 we have Book Eater or Book Eating Magician. The main character knows everything about magic, except how to use it. Just as he's about to flunk out of Bergen Academy, he chances upon a grimoire called Gluttony that manifests as a magic-hungry creature on his hand. The more magical text and artifacts Gluttony consumes, the more powerful Theo becomes, quickly making him the Academy's star student. Sure, he now lives under constant threat of being eaten by an insatiable parasite, but he's finally on his way to becoming a real wizard. The art on this story is incredible and it pairs very well with the story. This is your classical weak to strong main character, but with some nice twists. He, the main character, is also quite likable, which makes it for a more pleasing read. Overall, a nice work, so if you have the chance, head over to Tapas for the official translation. Number 8 comes with Slave B. This is a world whose peace was destroyed by the Shadow Lord. Nero is a half-elf, half-human boy who lost his parents as a baby and was adopted by a slave couple. In this world, slaves are not treated as humans. Since Nero's adopted parents are slaves, they are mistreated and eventually lose their lives. Now he's alone once more and must shoulder the burdens of his family and do whatever it takes to protect his two younger siblings. If Nero wants to escape this fate, there is only one thing he can do. He must graduate from the academy just like the current emperor who was once a slave. Now, even though the plot is quite good and the story is quite original, this is indeed a tough read. The reason why is because of injustice. Now, normally in any work you have some injustice and in one way or another the characters pay for what they have done, not in Slave B. It's like a constant flow of injustice with no retribution whatsoever, which does make it a depressing read which will make you angry. Who am I to judge what the author wanted to do and what people like to read, so here I am recommending it, because overall it is a good read. No official translation at the moment though. In number 7 we have Flow. In this world, every child is born under a god. Some gods are weaker than others, some gods are stronger than others. Children born under weaker gods become defunct in society and cannot attend high school. Instead, they must get jobs after middle school. High school in this world is a place that trains students to use their stronger gods. They have one thing in common: they can grant wishes if the correct price is paid. The main character turns back time a day and pays dearly for it. To reverse his wish, he must attend high school and try to use the powers of his cat god once again. Now this story is completed, not with a rush ending, but with a very planned story that has a beginning, middle and end. Because of this planning, the mystery carries throughout the story, but everything gets explained. There's no plot holes and there's plenty of action. This is an amazing story that you should definitely read, so head over to Webtoon and give it a try. Number 6 comes with Ans. As the world searches for the next great witch of wind, one mysterious student wishes to be left alone at the Winfred Academy of Magic. Now, the first few chapters might be boring, but if you can get over it, then this story gets better with every chapter, and that's mainly because of the characters and the art. The characters are very well written, and the art just complements the story beautifully. I don't want to say much more because that would spoil the fun, so if you want to read this amazing work, head over to 2mix to give it a try. In number 5 we have Magician from the Future. The technology of another world and the human martial arts cultivators clashed with each other. The most powerful fighter lost horribly in the other world and returned to the time when he was a high school boy. This time, the main character swears to rise to power and defend his world while beating up all those who went against him and helping those supporting him to prosper, regardless of whether they were from the 13 martial arts families, the religious powers, or the powerful reclusive cultivators. This is the age of cultivation, and with me, we are invincible. Now, as most Chinese works, this one is a bit heavy on Aram. But it's quite original since, even though people have powers, it's mainly based on cultivation and not levels. And I do know that it ruins it for some people, but for the rest of you that don't mind, this is actually a nice work and I'm sure you will enjoy reading it. So give it a chance and go over to Bilibili Comics to read this. Number 4 comes with a Returns Magic Shooty Special. For 10 years, magical prodigy the Seer and his party have been battling inside the mysterious Shadow Labyrinth and against the end of the world. Much of humanity has already perished, and just as the Seer is about to be killed, he's sent back 13 years into the past. Despite knowing the cursed future that lies ahead, the Seer steals his resolve and has seized an opportunity to train his friends and better prepare to face Armageddon together, without losing the ones they love. Now let me start by saying this is a very slow work, but that doesn't take away from how good it is. Just the world building and explanations on the first chapters show you that the story is very deep and well made. And after some chapters, you start getting back-to-back action, so this is definitely worth a try. Head over to Tapas for the official translation. In number 3 we have Black Haze. After a mission gone wrong, the doubtful main character Rude is sent to a famous magic school, Ilios. Here he must protect an important person's son who has a very bad time at the school. Now to give you a better understanding, the main character is just another blonde guy. But when he uses his magic, he turns into one of the most famous and powerful magicians. This story is full of mystery, from the main character's background to why he was sent to the school, but that's exactly what keeps it intriguing and makes you want to read more and more. Now, this story is on hiatus, but it does have a lot of chapters, and hopefully in the future the author picks it back up again. So for now, I don't think this is a work you want to miss out on. Number 2 comes with UnOrdinary. Nobody paid much attention to John, just a normal teenager at a high school where the social elite happen to possess unthinkable powers and abilities. But John's got a secret past that threatens to bring down the school's whole social order, and much more. Fulfilling his destiny won't be easy though, because there are battles, frenemies, and deadly conspiracies around every corner. Now this one I don't think needs much introduction. I've mentioned it on the channel a few times before and it has been around for a while. There's a problem with the pacing of the story because it's slow and it doesn't fit some people, but to be completely honest, for me, it's not that big of a problem. And it only makes some of the big revelations even better. There's a good set of characters and a weird, in a good way, art style. Definitely an amazing read, so go over to Webtoon to give it a try. And in number 1 we have Spare Me, Great Lord. When the superpowers appeared, everyone was sparing no effort to cultivate. The main character was the only one who could get stronger by collecting other people's negative feelings and calling people names. All he ever wanted to do was protect his little sister, but no one could resist this new world. He will just do what he has to do and become stronger. For you out there that enjoys tons of chapters, this is the one for you. 550 delicious chapters full of action, fights, and an overpowering character. Obviously with tons of chapters, sometimes there's problem with the pace of the story, but even then I still think it's a great read. If you have a lot of spare time, then this is definitely the work for you. Now guys, this was the top 10 Magic School Academy manhwa. Did you find any manhwa that you haven't read yet? Did you like it? If this video helped you in any way, leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to activate the bell so you don't miss any video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.